Hi, my name is Michelle Miller, and I have been in the digital media, internet, and technology sector for the last 11 years. I started my background in the internet world back in 2000 as the COO of BuyDomains.com, now Name Media. I was the COO for Name.com, which is a domain registrar, domain source, other domain-related industry companies, but also worked really closely in the sports and technology area, working with recruiting platforms, multimedia websites, some software platforms. I'm currently the CEO for Fitness Insight. Fitness Insight provides website and technology solutions specific within the health and fitness industry. It also has a network of portal sites that are going to be driving an aggressive lead generation network as well. Some of my biggest accomplishments, obviously, BuyDomains takes precedence. Having built a company from the ground up through its successful sale was quite a feat, and doing it within 4 years and under a very fast-paced industry was quite a feat. We faced all the obstacles startups face. Despite how profitable we are, we kept a very tight budget, so we were below the radar, which is typically how I like to operate companies. As a startup, it was just a handful of us. The initial investor was very much a visionary, and my role there, I believe I was referenced as the nucleus, the glue. I like to refer myself as an executor. I am very good at taking the bits and pieces of various visions and various products and services and grouping them together, working with whether it be the legal department, the HR department, the technology, every aspect of the company. I was incredibly hands-on in that process. Following my experience with BuyDomains, it really positioned me for the current career and the roles I've taken on the last 10 years, which include really coming into these companies, startups and established companies at times where they need a leader to really establish a new structure and or identify assets and bring it together in a more cohesive manner that enables them to generate a tremendous amount of revenue. I often find, and it's part of why I think I love what I do, is that it's you dig a little bit of digging, a little bit of discovery, and with the right companies, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity that visionaries and entrepreneurs typically just don't know how to get to. And that's what I love. I love finding those pieces and putting it all together and bringing a cohesive plan. My management style probably takes fold a little bit with being an athlete, and I'm a firm believer of a team environment. I'm a firm believer of collaboration, communication, transparency, and ultimately having a unified goal. I can be somewhat aggressive if I need to, but I ultimately like having a hands-on role, and I also really enjoy getting to know employees. One of the rare assets that I have is that I'm able to connect with people on a one-to-one level, understand exactly how they're motivated, exactly what it takes to really drive them and make them the best and most profitable and successful employee for the company. Ideal opportunities that I'm best suited for range from working on a very specific project for a limited amount of time to identify a blueprint that'll turn the company around quickly, to really being morphed into a C-level full-time CEO for an extended period of time. But at the end of the day, for me, what I'm most attracted to is that turnaround. Often people ask what size company, or what is it in terms of revenue, and that's actually not as relevant to me as the opportunity that I see. So the ability for me to turn it around to make a positive change is what I'm most attracted to. I'm passionate in general. I think if you haven't met me, certainly the first thing you'll probably realize is that I'm a very passionate person. Of course, I love to travel. I love to explore new places. I've lived in many cities. I started playing basketball when I was 7 years old. And you think about basketball, and of course I'm passionate about basketball. What I think I'm more passionate about is what basketball has brought to my life. And to be able to look back at 7, 8, 9 years old and the skills and what coaches taught me back then, I actually apply to business today. And I think that's what makes it really fantastic. My alma mater reached out to me a few years ago, and I spent some time with the University of Maryland women's basketball team and was able to apply my business skill set, which in a way, it came from my basketball background, so it all came full circle. And I love being able to apply the two things I love most: making companies successful and basketball all in one. And it's a great place to be.